Hello my dear students of class 6, welcome to physics class once again. So today I am going to teach you the new topic of the chapter number 3, force, advantages and disadvantages of friction. So I have already taught you about what is friction, its characteristic, types of friction. So in this topic we are going to learn the advantages and disadvantages of friction. Okay, so let us learn first about the advantages, then disadvantages. Okay, so what is number one advantage? Now you have seen that many vehicles are able to move on the road. You have seen that many vehicles are able to move on the road. Why it is so? Why the vehicles are able to move on the road? Because of the friction. Because of the friction only the vehicles are able to move on the road. Okay. And where is the friction produced? The friction is produced between this wheel, okay, and the road surface. Between these wheels and the road surface. Because of what? Friction only this car is able to move on the road. Not only car, all the vehicles are able to move on the road. If friction would be not there, then they would what? They would continue to move. They would never stop. Okay, or they would move here and there because friction is not there. So because of friction only the cars are able to move on the road, the vehicles are able to move on the road. And where is the friction produced? Between their wheels and the surface of the road. Between their wheels and the surface of the road. Okay, you have seen now that roads are not very smooth. They are made little bit rough. Why? Because on the smooth surface friction is very less. And on the rough surface friction is more than the smooth surface. And you have even seen the design of the wheel. You have seen the design of the wheel. In the wheel you will see I have made the half part, okay, just to show you the design. You have seen that grooves are made on the wheel. The wheels are not smooth, no, grooves are made. Why? If the wheels would be made smooth, then friction would be very less. It would never stop only. The car will not stop only. So that is why the wheels, they have groove in there. So that is why the wheels have grooves. Okay, and there is a friction between these wheels and the road. That is why the car is able to move on the road. So I hope you have understood why this car is able to move on the road, because of the friction between the wheel and the surface of the road. Okay. Now what is second advantage? What is the second advantage? Okay. Now you are very fond of riding bicycle, no? You are very fond of riding bicycle. So when you reach your friend home or when you reach your home, you stop your bicycle. How? By applying the brake. By applying the brake, your bicycle stop. Now why it stop by applying the brake? Because there is a friction between the brake and the wheels. Okay, that is why your bicycle stop. Not only bicycle, all the vehicles stop when we apply the brake. When we apply the brake, then only the vehicles stop. Okay, why? Because there is a friction between the brake and the wheels. That is why it stops. Okay, so I hope you have understood the second advantage also, that if friction would be not there, then your bicycle or any other vehicle would have not stopped. Because of friction only your vehicle stopped. No, the friction is between what? Brake and the wheels. Okay, so that was the second advantage. Now what is the third advantage? You are very much familiar with the third advantage. And what is that? You are able to walk now. You walk from one place to another. See, I am walking. So how I am walking? What is the reason behind that I am able to walk? Because of the friction. So what is the third advantage? Is that we are able to walk. See, I am able to walk. So what is the reason behind that I am able to walk? Because of the friction only. So there is a friction between your feet and this surface of the road, ground, wherever you are walking. So there is friction between your feet and the surface of the road or ground. We are able to move, no? We are able to walk nicely because of friction. If friction would be not there, we would sleep. We would only fall down. We would not be able to walk only. Okay, we would always fall down. We would always fall down if friction would be not there. So we are able to walk very easily. Why? Because of friction. Because of friction, we are able to walk. And where is the friction produced? Between the feet and the surface of the road. Wherever you walk on that surface, okay, friction is produced. So because of friction, we are able to move. Now, if the surface is very smooth, you have seen when on the floor water is there, we avoid that place. Why? Because we will sleep. Why we avoid that place? If the oil is on the floor or water is on the floor, we avoid that place usually. Okay, that we may fall, we may sleep. Why? Because their friction is very less. You know that you will fall, you will sleep, but you were not knowing the reason that why you will sleep, why you will fall, because of friction. Friction is very less on the smooth surface. You will sleep there or you will fall. On smooth surface, you have also observed, no, that on the smooth surface you usually fall or you sleep. Sometimes you sleep. Why? Because of less friction. On smooth surface, friction is very less. Okay. So these were the 3 advantages given in your book. Okay. Now let me tell you one more advantage. There are so many advantages. Okay. Now you have seen that I am able to write on the blackboard. I am able to write on the blackboard. No? See, I am able to write on the blackboard. You are also even able to write with your pen on the paper, with the pencil on the paper. Why? Why you are able to write? Why I am able to write with the chalk on this blackboard? Because of friction. We are able to write, we are able to draw, we can do anything with the pen and the pencil on the paper. Why? Because of friction between the pencil, between the pen, whatever we are using, and the paper. Okay, when we write, there is a friction between the nib of this pen or pencil and the paper. That is why we are able to write. If friction would be not there, we would not be able to write. Okay, so there are many advantages. Okay, so I have taught you these 4 advantages. So for these advantages we have done. Okay, now let us see what are the disadvantages of this friction. Okay, so now let us see the disadvantage. Then you will understand more that yes, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages. Okay, so let us see disadvantages. Okay, now let us see what are the disadvantages of friction. So number 1 disadvantage is that you know that friction, what they do, they usually slow down the motion of the moving object. Okay, but when we want the object to move at a high speed, so what will happen? Because of this friction, the movement will be slowed down. Okay, the movement will get slowed down because of friction, but we want the body to move at high speed. Because of friction, its speed gets slowed down. So at that situation, friction is disadvantage. If friction would be not there, then the body would have moved at very high speed. But because of this friction, the body slowed down. So in that case, friction becomes disadvantage or not. Okay, so that was the first disadvantage of friction. Now what is number 2 disadvantage? I have told you in the characteristic of friction that friction produces heat. I have even told you when you rub your palm, what is produced? Heat is produced. Now how heat is produced? Because of the friction between your palm, heat is produced. During winter time, what you do? You rub your palm. Why? To produce heat. And how heat is produced? Because of friction. So friction produces heat. So not only between our palm, not only heat is produced when we rub our palm, okay, but heat is also produced between the parts of machine, because parts of machine, they are continuously moving, okay, and because of friction heat is produced. Okay, because of friction, you have seen no, in your home also machines are there. After some hour, after few hours, you see that the machine part become heated. Why? Because of the friction between the parts of the machine. Okay, between the parts of the machine, Because of friction, heat is produced. So even heat will be produced, there will be the wastage of energy. So if wastage of energy is there, what will happen? Your machine part can get damaged. So when it will get damaged, what you have to do? You have to take the control, or you have to what? You have to continuously see your machine. Okay, or you have to replace it may get damaged also. So because of friction, heat is produced, and what it is doing, it can damage our machine also. Okay, so this is also the disadvantage of friction. If friction will be not there, so machine will not get damaged, but because of friction, it is getting damaged. So this is also the disadvantage of friction. Now what is the third disadvantage? What is the third disadvantage is that I said in the advantage that we are able to walk. So when we walk, what we wear? We wear shoes or we wear slipper, no? So when we use this shoe or slipper continuously, okay, repeatedly, every day we wear, no, it is not that one day we wear every day, we go here and there. So when you will continuously you will use it, when you will use it repeatedly, so after month and all, you will see that your sole, shoe has sole, no, so it get wear. You have seen, no? See, this is the back part. Okay, this is the back part of what? Slipper, or you can see the shoe. Okay, so after months you will see that if you use it repeatedly, what you see? That it has got wear. It has got wear, no? You have seen. It torn out. Now why? Because of friction. We are able to walk because of friction only. So because of friction, our sole of the shoe get what? Wear. So this is a disadvantage, no? Because if it is getting wear, then again we have to buy the another shoe, other shoe. So what is it? There is a wastage of money also. So because of friction, our sole get wear. And what get wear? The tires also get wear, or you can say the wheels also get wear and tear. Now how you know that the cars or the vehicles are able to move on the road? Why? Because of friction between the tire, or you can say the wheel, and the surface of the road. So when there will be friction between these wheels and the road, what will happen? These wheels will also get wear and tear. You have seen this also. Okay, so these are the disadvantages of what? Friction. Okay, now one more thing is that friction is a necessary evil. Friction is what? Friction is necessary evil. Now what does this mean that friction is a necessary evil? Okay, you know that because of friction, heat is produced, the machine part get damaged. Okay, and what will happen? We have to buy the other one, or we have to replace it. Because of this, the machine get damaged. No, because of the friction, heat is produced, the wastage of energy is there, and machine get damaged also. Okay, but we have seen so many advantages and disadvantages. There were disadvantages and advantages. Machine get damaged, our shoe sole get wear and tear. But on the other hand, if friction would be not there, we would be not able to work. If friction would be not there, the body would continue to move. It will never stop only. Okay. So because of friction, only we are able to walk, or the things are able to move. So there are disadvantages, there are advantages. So we need friction. Though it has disadvantage, but still we need friction. What? We still need friction. That is why friction is a necessary evil. Because of friction, there is a wastage of energy, there is a wastage of money, but it is also very useful. Wastage of money how? When our shoe sole get wear, we have to buy the new one. The machine part get damaged, we have to buy again. So there is even the loss of, or you can say the wastage of energy, and even the wastage of money. But friction is also very useful. We are able to walk. The vehicles are able to stop because of friction only. If friction be not there, we would only sleep, we would only fall. Okay, so this is the reason why friction is a necessary evil. So I hope you have understood what I have taught you today. Okay, so for today up to this much. So what is the homework is that you have to learn this, and in my next class I will teach you the last topic, and this chapter will be completed. Then we will continue with our exercise and question answer. Okay, so for today up to this much. Thank you.